today. From Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Hounds taking on the Austin Desperados.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Austin Desperados and the Memphis Hounds. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 or 5 before that. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They run it with Carson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 more yards there and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run again with Carson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
This is Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Stewart. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 80 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his man Cruz. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Carson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After 1 on EA Sports. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there.
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Hounds go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And this is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Boston's offense ready to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that flag accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll accept that penalty. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Eluding the pressure right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
89 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Carson, touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Castillo. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Desperados are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. Headed second down. He's got a man, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and inches. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Vikes trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he floated one out there, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll drop to throw. Gets it to Strong. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Carson, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete to Cruz. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They run the option here on first and 10. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Hounds look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Boston's offense ready to go again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 4. Looking middle, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Carson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 2nd and 5. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Memphis, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.